reaction. It's like, where do I begin?
He had chocolate syrup.
Stop.
And I was like,
No.
So he was opening his mouth and he like that, but he was pouring it all over his body, and then he was like smearing it. I'm like, what did I just watch? People have told me, they meet me in person, they're like, oh, I thought you were like cheat, and I'm like, why?
Because you're pretty.
Yeah, that's
right?
why. And I'm like the goofiest motherfucker you'll ever meet. Like, I'm so, like I said before, like I'm so unserious. I'm very unserious and very like nerdy. And I'm into like Harry Potter and like Lord of the Rings and like reading books and like I also think, you know, if I got into this industry at 18, would I have some mugshots out there? I don't know.
You haven't?
Real voices, bold stories. This is the Lexis Star Show.
This show is presented by King Rilla. Welcome back to the Lexis Star Show. I have this beautiful lady here with me today, Miss Lynx. How are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
I'm good. Thank you for being on our podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime. So tell us what it is that you do.
I'm on, that's pretty loaded. I'm on OnlyFans. I mean, I was an adult actress for the big studios for a long period of my life, and I switched over to just doing OF in 2020.
Okay, so
and I've been
pretty recent.
That way ever since. Yeah.
Okay, and what is it that you like about working for yourself versus working for like companies and the industry?
I just really enjoy being able to wake up and do what I want, when I want, with who I want, at whatever time I want, and take time off when I want. It's like the freedom that ultimately it's the freedom and full creative control over my content.
Definitely. I feel like that is the one thing that every girl that I've interviewed, you know, today, that's like the number one thing. It's the freedom that we get.
It's amazing.
Do you miss working for the industry or like doing professional shoots?
No. So, you know, honestly, sometimes I do because I love to act. It's just a passion of mine, but I don't miss it enough where I feel like I need to go back into it. I spent a very long time on sets. So I got my fix. And fans ask me sometimes, and I always say, you know, if there's a passion project out there in my future, I can't ever say, no, I'll never go back. Just not right now.
Yeah. If the opportunity or like the right script or right company asks you to do something, then maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's still hope.
I don't want to close the door fully, but
1,000%
I'm happy with where I'm at.
So I heard that you were a little corporate baddie prior to all of this. Tell us about that.
I mean, I don't know. I went to college. I got a couple degrees under my belt. I started working full-time PR and marketing. I felt like a piece of my soul was eroding every time I went to work because I just sat at a desk for 8 hours, commuted back, and it was like whatever that movie is, you know, I don't know, Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Just every day was the same, and I am such a free spirit and creative person, and it just was like trying to fit, what's that saying, like a square peg in a round hole. It was just not for me.
Yeah. How long did you do it though?
2 years.
Okay, so not even that long.
It was enough where I was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I can't do this. And you know, it's funny because I thought like because I didn't like it, there was something wrong with me because I wasn't raised like by anyone who was entrepreneurial or anything like that. So I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. What is wrong with me? Where I truly felt that way. And then I discovered, I kind of stumbled into webcamming, and I felt like I just hit the unlock button. I was like, whoa, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you're the black sheep of the family.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Does your family know what you do?
Yes.
Yeah. You started, I mean, quite a few years ago.
I've been doing this for a long time. So I was camming in 2012.
Okay.
And then I got into the adult industry, like for studios, in 2014.
Okay.
So I've been at this for a while.
So were they cool with that, or were
no, absolutely not. But I was an adult, you know, and I also feel like, you know, I can understand the perspective, but at the same time, I feel like people have this opinion of the industry from what they hear, and it's just incorrect. My experience based on people's opinions of what it is have not been the same at all, and I knew that I would be okay. Now we're okay because I'm successful, I'm good, I'm the happiest I've ever been, but it was a climb to get to that point. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But do you feel like the time that you were in school, did you feel like that was time wasted, or was it like a learning experience for you?
Honestly, I'm a pretty spiritual person, and I feel like you go where you're meant to be to learn the lessons that you're meant to have to get you to the next level. So I feel like my life has always been right on time. At the same time, I kind of wish I skipped over all of college because it was useless to me, frankly, as far as the academia went. I love to learn, but on my own time,
And what you decided.
I could have skipped over, like, I don't even know, what did I take, like, studies of, like, a different, like, math and stuff like that, like, things that I never, ever use. Again, it is what it is. But I also think, if I got into this industry at 18... would I have some mugshots out there? I don't know.
Do you have it?
Possibly. No.
No. Okay.
No. Knock on wood.
No, knock on wood. Mugshots, not cute. Although I don't know if you know about this girl, Sonia Mallory. She had like her mugshot go viral.
I've seen some of those. I don't know about her specifically.
She got like escorted out of an airplane, I think in Miami, and her friend were doing splits.
God. Okay, so I saw that multiple times, and the first time I saw that, I cried laughing. I was funny. Like, this is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. They're like,
they were handcuffed, and then the security guards or the cops are escorting them out, and every time, did you see it? No. They're just like doing the splits.
I thought that was, I'm like, is this scripted?
No, I was like, who are these divas? And I read into it because I was like, what is happening here? That was the funniest thing I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, that was really hilarious. I think she's from Quebec.
Okay.
Which you just told me you were born and raised there.
Close to there, in America, but I have family that lived in Quebec. One side of my family, I have a French Canadian last name, my government name, but
I'll ask you later.
And yes, someone at some point decided let's move to New York, so they did, and that's where I'm from.
Okay, and where are you residing right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in New York, but I'm in the city area.
Okay,
yeah.
And how's that? How do you like New York?
It's hectic. I live in the suburbs, but I have a place in the city, so I get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Are you a downtown girly? Or?
Absolutely not. I'm a Manhattan girly, and there's only specific parts of Manhattan. I'm really, I like the city, but in very small doses.
Yes.
I like the culture. I like the shop. I like a lot of it. Obviously, that's why I have a place there, but... full-time is a bit much.
Yes.
I'm very sensitive to energy and there's just too
much
many,
going on.
Too many humans.
Too many, yes, definitely. I'm definitely not a city gal whatsoever. We came to Miami once when it was Pride Week.
Oh.
And we had no idea.
How did that go?
Okay. We had it was the first time I didn't get hit on. He was getting hit on.
Nice.
It was fantastic. It was so much fun because every time we go out or whatever, men are always looking at me or whatever, saying comments. And then this time, I'm like, it was all men. There was some women, but it was just all men. And we were walking down the street, and one night we're just sleeping, and it's 2 a.m, and it is just going wild outside. We were on Ocean Drive, and I have major anxiety to I'm very sensitive to the noise, and so we're sleeping. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then we wake up the next day, and then we see the flags being set up, and we're like, it's Pride
This
Week.
Explains a lot.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we were just walking down the streets, and the guys were just looking at him, and I'm like, I can get used to this.
It's not. It's like you catch a break. I lived in LA for quite a chunk of time, and I would go out to. There's this place called the Abbey, and there's this area in LA called West Hollywood, and that's where a lot of gay men live there. It is what it is, and I tell you, it was so nice. I'm like, wow, I don't have, my guard is not up. this feels different. It's great, you know.
There's I heard a lot of people say this, like back in the days, they would say women would go to a gay bar to have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Because there aren't any men hitting on them. But I think eventually like the straight men caught on and then they started.
I've heard that
you
too.
know? So
someone spilled the beans.
What is your guilty pleasure?
I like reality TV here and there.
Do you?
Mob Wives. Oh my God, I
The
just
Mob Wives?
binged I don't know if I can swear here.
Yeah.
I binged a Mob Wives, and I know it's been out for a while, but I just I don't know how, I just kind of stumbled upon it. I was like, I heard this was good. Like hours and hours later, I have been sucked in.
Stop.
I am invested. I'm like looking up the characters to see where they're at now. Yeah.
That's funny. There's one, I'm not a big reality TV gal. I'm not much of a TV gal until I find like a specific series that I like and then just binge that. But there's one with Mormons.
Oh yeah,
What's it called?
Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Okay.
I haven't seen. I'm not like huge in reality TV. It was just that one show. But I feel like one of my best friends is obsessed with that show, and she's like, "You're gonna love it." And I know I'm gonna love it, and that's why I haven't started it yet. Because I'm like, I have a list. There's things to do.
I know.
I'm gonna put that on the back
Yeah,
burner.
because once you get sucked in to TV, like there's no getting out of it. I mean, I finished Bridgerton, like the last series, the 4 first episodes in like 2 nights.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, good. Now I can get back to work.
Yeah.
You know? And now The Lincoln Lawyer came out. And I'm like, I gotta finish that. You know? So I don't watch much TV, but when I do, all the series that I like come out all at once.
It's a slippery slope.
What is the biggest red flag in a guy for you?
If you're watching this right now, I bet you care about how you look, feel, and smell, especially smell. And that's why I am here to talk to you about King Rilla. They make all-natural soaps, shampoos, lip balms, and deodorants for men. But I'm not gonna lie, I use them as well. They use organic ingredients that keep you feeling fresh all day long. And trust me, you deserve to treat yourself like a king. So do yourself and your girlfriend a favor by visiting them at kingrilla.com. You won't regret it. Oh, and don't forget to use my promo code LexisStar to get 15% off your order.
It's very hard to pick just one.
Give us 2.
I mean, first of all, anyone who is like not cool with like this line of work, like you gotta go. Like I'm not giving you, you know, like you're cool with it or you're not. If you're not, but bye.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Otherwise, I feel like I know a lot of dudes that like talk a big game, but unless your actions can back that up, it's
just all talk.
flapping your lips, you know.
Do you remember your first scene?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, it was great. My first ever scene was on set. God, I think it was for Girls Gone Wild. I think it was for Girls Gone Wild. It was a solo, but as far as like a scene with another person, it was for Hustler. I was fucking terrified because I was I don't know what it was just like, it's kind of like you're just thrown in and figure it out. So it was just like all the things at once. But the girl I was working with was really experienced. So I kind of just let her toss me around and tell me what to do. And that was really good. I needed that. But it was great. I felt after I left, I was like, whoa, I just shot for Hustler. That was sick.
right. I remember we shot for Buzzers. And and
great.
We said like when they asked us, I was like, I just shoot with my husband, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, so totally cool. I'm like, we're gonna shoot for Buzzers.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
like, we reached the top of the top. You know what I mean? Like I can say, like I achieved this.
Yep.
We achieved this in our career, and so I'm really proud of that. And
Those are fun
Hustler,
sets.
If we talked about before, if you were to go back into mainstream, what would be the role you would want to play?
I would probably do a Buzzers because that's my speed. I'm not a very serious person at all.
And they have all the facial. You're so good.
So big, yeah. But yeah, either something like that and something more like abstract, like some kind of parody. You know, I've done the Office stuff. That's a little stale for me. I'd like to play like a character, like a cosplay type thing, like maybe Alice in Wonderland. I don't know, something like that. Or you know, just do the full glam. Go back and do like a Slade with like, you know, it's kind of like Vixen Media Group. Slade would be cool. I've always because that's like more higher end. It's been on my list. I hit them up, then they ghosted me. I was like, all right, you know, I'm good then.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want me, I don't want you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't have the energy to do follow-ups right now.
That's it, right? If you could swap careers for a month, what would you try?
You know, I would love to, I always say when I'm like really, really old, I would love to work with like animals. I love animals so much. I'm so passionate about animals, whether it's like animal research. I don't know if I have the heart for animal rescue because I just...
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like animal rescue, you know, so something with helping animals. Yeah, that's really where my heart is.
Do you have any pets? What do you have?
I have a miniature Australian Shepherd named Aspen, and she's the love of my life. I love her so much.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
If I told the audience you had a little secret side, what would you tease them with? Like
a secret side of my personality?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like my audience knows all the aspects of me. I feel like people who don't know me, like if you look at like say my Instagram page, you're gonna like people have told me they meet me in person, they're like, oh, I thought you were like cheat, and I'm like, why?
Because you're pretty.
Yeah, that's why. And I'm like the goofiest motherfucker you'll ever meet. Like I'm so, like I said before, like I'm so unserious. I'm very unserious and very like nerdy. And I'm into like Harry Potter and like Lord of the Rings and like reading books and like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Nice. And what was the last book you read since you mentioned books?
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm reading some book. There's I forget the name of it, but Roald Dahl. I don't know if you read his books. Like as like growing up, I read like James and the Giant Peach and Big Friendly Giant. He's an author for youngins, but he writes adult books, and not like adult books, but like books for grown people. You know.
Yeah. And
the stories are great. They're quirky. Okay. Like he wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, did he?
So they're very quirky and very well done.
Oh,
and
nice.
I just bought a stack of his books.
Nice. Oh, okay.
It's cold in New York, and I'm like, I need stuff to do.
You need something to do.
Yeah.
I'm not a big reader of like fantasy or like stories. I kind of like more the self-help.
Oh, I love that stuff
types
too.
of books, you know, or like The Power of Now.
That's a great book.
The Mountain Is You, you know, all those kind of books. I should get into more of like the fantasy and just reading a story. I had a little phase, you know.
Yeah, I love the self-help too. Sometimes I find that's why I started reading the fiction, because I got too into them and I just kept reading self-help. I'm like, okay, I need a break. I need to turn this brain off sometimes, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when you read like a story about characters and this and that, it switches your mind thinking, right? And you're just like kind of like escape a little bit.
Exactly.
To end this lovely podcast, I wanted to ask you, what is your wildest DM? What's the wildest DM that you've received? I love when I get that reaction. It's like, where do I begin?
Let me pull out my scrolls here. The one that comes to mind is this person, this man, and he had his shirt off and he was playing some music, and this is a full video he sent me. He was playing music and he was like doing the cha-cha, and he had a good, like he had abs and he was so into it. And I don't open DMs now, but because it's very scary.
It is.
He had chocolate syrup.
Stop.
And I was like,
no.
So he was opening his mouth and he like that, but he was pouring it all over his body, and then he was like smearing it. I'm like, what did I just watch?
You didn't respond to that, I hope. Did you?
I think I did actually, because it really caught my attention. I was like, whoa. I forget what I said. This was like years ago, but it lives up here.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like for eternity. So he definitely got my attention.
I had one, and I just never, like, I think that was a lesson learned. I don't open DMs after seeing that. I think I spoke about it on the last podcast. It involved a snake, an animal crazy. So yeah, that one was just, you know, and this guy, like, you know what drives me wild is when a guy puts their phone, hits record, and then sends you, you know, this whole it's wild. People are
people
crazy.
are actually insane.
They really are.
Some people are actually insane.
They really are. Alix, thank you so much.
Yeah,
this was
thank
so
you.
much fun.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime you're in Miami, you know, you can come over to the real setup of the podcast.
Yes, I would love to.
Alrighty, guys, that is the wrap. Thank you so much. See you soon.